Okay, how do you avoid overwhelm in homeschooling, especially in the high school years? How do you avoid that overwhelm? This is, one of the big issues as we see parents as they're diving into homeschool years, in the high school years and homeschool. Sometimes this is when we start, right? We're seeing a lot of parents will start at this time, uh, or they're transitioning from, hey, the younger grades, there wasn't so much, and now we're in high school, and just so much starts to happen with the lives of your kids as well as all the things we do. So, just how do we get past some of these overwhelm issues? Um, so first of all, step one, if we will, just call it what it is. There's a lot going on. Right. And I think most of us will acknowledge there is, as I'm looking back at the blog post here, transcripts, credits, there's keeping up with courses, the courses sometimes that you're not as an expert in yourself, or you've long since forgotten. They're not the easy things. And of course, on top of that, other siblings, life in general, and now the activities your students are having, whether they be sports or other kinds of activities. Things just get really, really busy. And this is, as somebody told me the other day, this is the season in life where it's not no longer about you. Maybe that's the case. But one of the things is you don't have to do it all at once. I've seen families with seven, eight children that seem to manage it better than than we did. Sometimes people with two kids seem to like have it harder because I think maybe the volume of children makes the decisions more clear. I don't know, but that just the decisions that get made. So you don't have to do everything at once, though. You can focus your priority for the week, for the month, whatever, on what needs to happen then. Some things can just wait, such as people get all wrapped up in transcripts. Just keep decent records, and it can be on sticky notes if it has to. Just at the end of the year, you start pulling all those things together and just take pictures with your iPhone. Do simple things to do that, but focus on what's important right now and recognize everything doesn't have to happen every minute of the day. You're not going to develop superpowers. At least I have not seen anybody yet that has. Number two, step two is think about some practical strategies. So I'm gonna just throw some out, um, some that will help you avoid overwhelm. Is is number one, start with a plan. Plans are we are plans are for us. It's kind of like the Sabbath, right? The Sabbath is for man. Uh, it they're not written in stone and where you can't be changing them. Uh, but having a plan at least gives you some freedom because a plan, what it does is it allows you to write out, hey, kind of here's how you think this is going to flow. And gives you a chance maybe to step aside and be realistic for a moment. And fortunately or unfortunately, you might only have time to plan early in the morning or late in the evening. But whatever, if it takes written down on a sheet of paper or a sticky note, um, just have some kind of plan. Think about your students' goals, their academic, personal things that they want to do, and let that kind of guide your curriculum. Quick conversations in the car. You know, what are the kind of things they want to focus on, and let's focus on the curriculum, or let that surround the curriculum. There's very few things you have to do. We always think about the reading, writing, arithmetic kind of things. If you're heading toward college, there's very basic things that you need to have covered, and it's usually like getting through biology, having at least algebra, and having some kind of reading literature skills. Everything else is extra. And then your homeschooling cover school, what cover those things, and then say, okay, these things must be done at some level, but everything else is up to us. And even then, you can morph the things that have to be done into what they're calling their career choices, wherever they think they may be heading. So whether it's everything from engineering or horses, how can you wrap your courses and your curriculum around those things that they're interested in? And that's one of the things that's again that's why you homeschool. I mean, that's one of the benefits of homeschooling is you get to be in control of curriculum that makes sense to you instead of just sitting in a seat all day doing stuff that the government tells you to do. Okay, so that's number one is have a plan, a flexible plan. Number two is focus on core skills first. Just like what I said, is reading, writing, arithmetic, communications. Don't try to focus on everything. Get those in first, get those in first thing in the morning or whatever you have to do. For some of those, you know, the doing the hard thing first, doing the thing that's less fun first. Maybe that doesn't work for you, maybe doing it last. But packaging the things that are hard, less fun, and just at the time of day, this is when we are going to do that. Salespeople are famous for having what they call the hour of power, where they make sales calls. And most of them don't enjoy it because there's a lot of rejection and things like that. But they get it done, and usually it's in the morning. They get it done, and then it moves the needle for everything else. Number three is use tools and programs for heavy lifting. So tools like ours for things like higher math that maybe it's not worth your time to go back and learn it. Uh, you know, there's so many tools now on the computer and internet and with AI and things that are right there at your fingertips that can really be useful to help you take care of some of this work. Matter of fact, AI is one of the tools. I know some people love it, some people hate it, some people are scared of it. And besides all those issues, it would be super powerful just typing into an AI, hey, here's my son or daughter's interest. We're homeschooling. This is the grade they're in. This is what we think their goal is. Help us to create a plan. It's a great tool for strategy and planning. So it can help in the heavy lifting, whether you and help you think through things a little bit better. Um, you're because you are a full-time teacher, uh, and or you're part-time teacher. It depends on how you want to look at that. But teachers in school systems, universities, we use tools all the time to help us. We very frequently use what other faculty have done. At the university level, one of the most common things to do when you're teaching a course you've never taught before is to go find somebody else who's taught it, copy what they've done, including all of their notes, and just go in and kind of build it into your own thing as you go. That's the way we do it. I mean, and these are people who are paid full time to do this work. So why wouldn't you do it? So learn from others, use the tools that are out there, and finding the right tools is becomes part of the big job. So I mean, homeschooling in high school, we found, and many people have told us they found it actually to be a little bit easier because your student starts to pick up some of the slack. They become a little more driven themselves, finding the rhythm between how to motivate them can have its challenges, but also realizing it doesn't have to be perfect. Your peers will oftentimes be the worst enemy in the sense that they want you to drive. They talk about college interests and they talk about these things, and it sounds like you have to keep up with the Joneses a little bit, and that you got to drive to pure perfection in everything you do. And that's not what they're doing, and it's not realistic, and it's not even necessary, even at the highest level. So look, many, many thousands and thousands and millions of us have walked through the homeschooling years, and homeschoolers have been very successful, and their stories are always, have the crazy life things that you're dealing with, and it works out. All right. So if you're looking for the math, the sciences, those kind of things specifically, we can help you, especially at the algebra and geometry level is where most people come to us for help. some of the Algebra 2 and Trig and Calculus level, look on our website there and we'll have some resources for you. So main thing, just relax and take some simple action to get yourself out of overwhelm.